A recent order from the Supreme Court of India is all set to redefine what the Aravallis mountain ranges really are. It could potentially mean the beginning of construction activity, even mining, at the foothills of the Aravallis. Now, this has sparked off concerns as far as the ecology is concerned. Not just that. Remember that the Aravallis act as the lungs of the Delhi-NCR region and pretty much of this entire stretch, because it prevents sandstorms from impacting Delhi and the NCR's air quality. What are environmentalists working in this direction have to say about this order from the Supreme Court that has redefined the Aravallis, which is going to allow all of this construction activity in this particular region, essentially killing a chunk of the mountains in this region. This is deeply problematic. We traveled to the Aravallis mountain ranges to get a sense of what its importance really is and how this is going to have a deep bearing on Delhi's air quality. It is often said the Delhi-NCR region suffers bad air because of its geographical location. It is landlocked. This region also has an advantage. It's flanked by the Aravallis. Well, right behind me, just over there is the mighty Aravallis, considered one of the oldest mountain ranges in the world. And this is extremely important for the Delhi National Capital Region. This is essentially Faridabad, which is in NCR. And the reason why we're talking about Aravallis is because of these mountain ranges that Delhi's weather, Delhi NCR's weather conditions are regulated. Essentially, it acts as a climatic buffer, and because of the Aravallis, dust storms in Delhi can be regulated to a great extent, which of course we know contributes to air pollution. It actually slows the movement of dust and sand from the Thar Desert into the Indo-Gangetic plains. Ridges as low as 20 to 30 meters, even they are effective in controlling air pollution in this region. What they do is that they moderate air pollution, enable groundwater recharge and sustain wildlife movement, especially around Gurugram, Faridabad, Alwar and parts of Rajasthan. The reason why you're here is because of an order from the Supreme Court of India from the 21st of November, which has got environmentalists and activists extremely worried about the future of the Aravallis. The Supreme Court's order in effect has given permission to mining in many of these low-lying areas at the foothills of the Aravallis, redefining what the mountains really are, which means if there is construction activity at the foothills of the mountains, in the low-lying areas, that would interfere with the ecosystem and the ecological balance in a big way. The court has directed the centre to prepare a sustainable mining management plan and barred the issuance of new mining leases until the mapping is completed. The Aravallis are known as the green lungs of the country, and this order from the Supreme Court of India is going to have a deep bearing on what really the Aravallis are. It's actually going to shrink Aravallis by a staggering 90% if you were to go by the new definition which was suggested by the Environment Ministry and accepted by the Supreme Court. And this is going to have a deep impact on Delhi's air quality, National Capital Region's air quality as well. Well, experts fear that applying the 100-meter rule beyond mining could weaken protection for these landscapes. From Aravallis in Haryana alone, the estimate is that 95% of Gurugram's and 90% of Faridabad's Aravallis would not qualify under the new definition, potentially opening them to real estate and infrastructure pressure.
अरावली रेंज के लिए एक डेफिनेशन उन्होंने दी है कि कोई भी जो अरावली की एक पहाड़ी से दूसरी पहाड़ी का जो डिस्टेंस है, अगर वो 500 मीटर या उससे कम है तो अरावली मानी जाएगी। पूरी अरावली रेंज लगभग 750 किलोमीटर में प्रोटेक्ट करती है पूरे एनसीआर को, अपने इस एरिया को, उस डस्ट को यहाँ तक आने के लिए। अगर अरावली नहीं रहेगी तो जैसे रेगिस्तान धीरे धीरे बढ़ रहा है, ये एरिया भी बिल्कुल पूरी तरह से डस्ट में तब्दील हो जाएगा।
The Aravalli Hills are crucial for Delhi's air quality by acting as a natural barrier that blocks fine particles like PM 2.5 and heavier sand. They also serve as a vital wildlife corridor. This is a natural defense. It's essential for mitigating pollution that is choking the Delhi-NCR region. Well, scientists argue that if you alter the lower ridges, you're going to invite desertification in this entire region. Also, that's going to interfere with wildlife movement, and that is going to be ecologically a big disaster.